What is up, guys? Fix my camera here. Okay, that works. What's up? Happy Monday. It's Monday, so you know we're excited because it's what's the 411, right? I mean, come on, right? Happy International Women's Day. So of course we want to send a big shout out to all the fabulous ladies out there, all the phenomenal women in the house. We want to, great things out here, right? So we're excited. We have our special guest in the building, right? What is up?
Hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you, Ellie?
I'm good. I am good. How's your day?
Wow. My day was just filled. I've been having a really busy week, which I describe in the best way possible. All these good
Right?
things are happening, but they're all happening at once. So it's
Okay.
like being at the buffet with all your favorite foods, and it's just like you want to take this piece and that piece, but you can't eat it all at once. So that's what my week and my day's been like. What was your day like?
It was good. Can't complain. It's Monday. It's always a pretty good day, once you put that good energy out there. It's good,
Yes,
It's all
yes,
good. It's all good.
yes. Thank you so much
Yes,
for
yes.
having
So
me.
oh my gosh, thank you for coming on. I've been
Yes.
excited and anxious to hear all about Classic Juice. So introduce yourself, tell the people who you are and what you do.
All right. So I'm Tamara Shelley, and I'm the owner and operator of Classic Juice. We are a health and lifestyle brand that delivers juices, among many other things, through our brick and mortar storefront, catering, as well as third party partnerships.
Okay. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
It's a
But
lot.
happy International Women's Day to you and to, of course, all the ladies coming in right now.
Yes,
Boss,
happy
right?
International Women's
Boss
Day.
ladies. Yes. So how did you get started?
Wow. So Classic Juice Co. started in 2014, and it started genuinely out of a series of things that precipitated into other things. But essentially, the reason why was because of my own personal experience in my own healing journey. I had such a profound experience once I introduced juice into my life. Like I remember, I can still remember what the feeling feels like. It's like this high that I can still remember the very first time I drank juice, and I was like, "What is this feeling? This electric feeling I have that's going through my body?" And
Mhm.
it just again precipitated into other things. With me healing an issue that I was dealing with. It's International Women's Day, so I want to talk about my women's issue, which is PCOS. A lot of women have this polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's not really talked about, but I was looking for an alternative and natural way to heal. And so I started juicing, started noticing immediate effects, change over time. And and then other great things happening in my life. And I said, you know what? I just became so focused on internally on my purpose and my passion. And I said, you know what? I want other people to feel like this, and I want other people to experience this journey, and I want other people to heal. It became like spiritual. It became more than just physical, right?
Right, right. So what kind of juices do you guys do?
So all of our juice is cold pressed. We don't serve like fresh made to order juice right at the moment. We use a slower, much more meticulous process, which is cold press juicing. And we have over 48 different flavors at one given time.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a seasonal rotating menu. So we've served over at minimum 500 different flavors of juice. Yeah, but we have 48 at any one given time, and it's seasonal and rotating depending on sometimes what we're just inspired to get, like what the spirit speaks to, what's available, and then the season that it's in is also important as well. So, yeah.
Wow. So Crowned Empress says she loves your juices. They're the bomb. But
We love
talk to
her.
us about like Talk to us about like the benefits of the juices. You talked about like the feeling it gives you, but give us like some more information on what the contents of the juices are so that we can understand like what kind of healing we're looking for. Like why do we need these juices in our
Well, let's
life?
just start with just flavor wise. We offer such a, as I said, a wide variety. So we're including things from just like things that are local, like apples, orange, citrus of all kinds, all green juices. We have about 9 all green juices on the menu right now, with things ranging from bitter melon. Bitter melon is one of my favorite things to talk about. That's been a part of my personal journey, and I'll touch on it again shortly. But essentially, what cold pressed juice is just an extraction method to get the enzymes, nutrients, minerals, vitamins, phytonutrients, macronutrients. All of these are imperative to healing. Your body produces them and breaks down food to get to this fine stage, to get all of these things flowing through your digestive system, lymphatic system, blood to help you heal. But sorry, I'm just noticing some of my family joining, and
What's up, family?
so just as an example, in bitter melon, there is an enzyme within the bitter melon fruit that um, interacts with your body, specifically with your liver, in the same way that insulin interacts within your body. So it helps to grab on to excess sugar and clean and bring it directly through to your liver and clean your blood. And that way you're feeling more energized. And, sugar is not something that's good for you. It helps to bring on disease and things like that. It slows down your blood, and it just reacts within the brain and the body in an improper way. It's not healthy. So that's just one example of what the cold pressed extracted method does when you do not allow heat or light or air to get to the juice. And it's just absolutely healing because you're flooding your body with these nutrients, these minerals, vitamins, enzymes all at once. And you're also giving your system a break, especially if you're ingesting the juice as a meal replacement. You're giving your digestive system a break, and again, flooding and flushing your system and allowing all that energy that your body would have normally used to break down much harder food and heavier foods. You're allowing your system to say, oh, I don't have to spend all this time breaking down food. Let me spend time healing your skin. Let me spend time making more new blood cells. Let me spend time, it just allows your body to say, I can do other things right now with this energy other than breaking down toxic food. So.
Right, right. And so you mentioned like meal replacement. So is that something that we should like introduce into our daily routine? What do you think about meal replacements?
Absolutely. So something that's become really popular is intermittent fasting, because
Hmm.
it allows you to, again, give your body a break, whether it's with no food, water, or juice. So I definitely think that it's something that should be done. If you can do it daily, that's amazing. If you can do it weekly, I think that that's where that should be a goal. But at least monthly is, somewhere where you can start. So where our culture, our Jamaican culture ties into this entire process and that we're really inspired by is that these are things that like our parents would do with
Yeah.
us every so often. So there were certain times of the year, like maybe before you go back to school, that your parents would give you something that's called like a washout to get like
Yep.
all
Senna.
flush your system, right? Yeah. My babysitter would give me like cod liver oil, and you just notice all of a sudden like, okay. And then you're
Yep.
only allowed to eat certain foods. So meal
Hmm.
replacement is a part of our culture, and I think we need to revisit that and stick to it as something that's a regular part of our routine. Um,
Hmm.
and really and truly, that's the original purpose of juice. It's to replace meals when the body um, is maybe too weak or in need of an extra boost, right? So juice is meant for healing. That's the classic original purpose of juice. What we should be consuming majority of the time is water. Water is life. And then juice is there for healing, especially when you're not, again, feeling under the weather. You want something that dissolves quickly into the bloodstream. So if you can use juice as a meal replacement on a regular basis, even when you are feeling well, you're giving your system that extra boost. So I think it's great.
Wow. For sure. And then so you use a lot of bitter melon. Like tell us about some of the other fruits or vegetables that you use in the juices.
Yeah, so we talked about, the regs, the apple, the orange, the grapefruit, but we do all the greens. So from kale, cucumber, spinach, celery. We do lots of ginger, lemon. But then we also venture into a lot of tropical things. So we do, I think that's what sets us apart from a lot of other companies is that we really stick to our roots and our cultural background with mango, pineapple, soursop. We've had even a fruit called tamarillo. And they're known in different parts of the world as different things. So that's what I think is so cool. Um, so we've had even custard apple. It all depends on what's in season and what we're inspired to do. Like sometimes we'll just go and we're looking for typical things, and then we'll come across something we're like, we taste it, and it's like, we have to put this on the menu. It's International Women's Day, so one of the juices I love to talk about, and that's really helped me on my journey, is I'm reading these comments, is
Yeah.
the papaya. So papaya really is the woman's fruit. It's even
Okay.
shaped like the woman's uterus, and it literally has so many benefits towards the uterus. Any type of, during your cycle, um, toning of the uterus, so many beautiful things with the papaya. Lowers your cholesterol, high in vitamin C for collagen production, for hair, skin, nails. It really is made and designed for the women. So there's a lot of fruits and vegetables that we use.
Wow, there's so many comments. The mango moss, that sounds good. My favorite is a 2 liter orange juice and 2 liter grapefruit juice of pineapple ginger. That sounds delicious too. So do you have like a go-to juice that everybody's like, I want this juice. When are you bringing it back? Like, what are some of the favorites?
Yeah, so there are, it's funny. It's hard to say. We get that question a lot, especially for people that just come to the store. They often feel overwhelmed by the choices. And
Yeah.
and that's what we're there for. We help to guide, people through the menu. But it's really about one of the questions we always ask is like, how are you feeling? That's the first question we'll ask when someone's feeling overwhelmed. So sometimes people are like, I'm feeling fine, I'm not sick, but it's like, do you feel stressed? Do you have a lot on the brain? Do you feel like you just want something to relax you, refresh you? Do you need stimulation? Do you feel kind of blah? You want more energy? So I feel like there's a favorite in every category. So when it comes to all of the greens, I would say cucumber, kale, apple is a favorite. It's nice and sweet, but not too sweet. Uh, Carla with her soursop mango. Soursop mango is a favorite. Soursop is a favorite. People pre-order for the soursop. Pineapple mint is a favorite. Um,
Mm,
right?
that sounds good.
Yeah.
Gee.
Pineapple mint is like when you just want to feel great. It's great for, just it's like a party in your body. It just has this warmth from the sun taste in every of the pineapple, and then this cool refreshing mint just burst. It's pretty awesome. So it's
Mm,
really all just
mm.
depends on how you feel. That's the best thing that I could say. Pineapple beet lime is something that we call like a natural Red Bull. People who want energy, they'll take that and they just feel like wow, like, so it's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, talk to us about like you were nominated for
Hi,
best juice
Chantel.
bar.
She's saying that the pineapple mint is fire. Oh
It
my
is.
gosh,
It
I
sounds
love
good.
these
It sounds
people.
good. I need to come over there and try some of these juices because they all sound good, you
Thank
know?
you. Mhm, you should.
Um, I have to. but you were nominated for Best Juice Bar twice. So
Yeah.
talk to us about the nominations.
It's interesting. Like, the very first one came at a time, like I remember the day that I was like feeling pretty overwhelmed and I just had to take a moment and whenever I have my head down, it's because I'm thinking. And I just had my head down and so many thoughts were running through my head and I'm trying to prioritize all of these things and then I just saw my phone buzzing and people were mentioning me and I was like, what is this about? I didn't even know what the contest was about. And it was just an instant boost. It felt great. It just felt so validating. We were very, very new at the time. So within the first year to have that, especially when I am feeling, not everything is in its place or I'm not necessarily where I want everything to be. It was just so validating in respect to the quality of the product as well as um, just the intentions behind the vision and everything. So it just feels really really good to just be recognized, welcomed, and embraced by the community, and then to be among some real heavy hitters in the juice game in our first 2 years. It's awesome. I can't really describe it.
Yes, well, big up yourself on that. And then, of
um,
course, what sets you aside from, the rest of these juicing companies? What do you think puts you up there? Besides Lignum said you're the best north of Jamaica, right?
I love Lignum. Hi Renee, hi Ken. I think you know it's really about, for us, our passion is healing people, is juice. Like, we love juice, we know the effects of it and we're obsessed with it, but we also really like to help people. And so for us it's really about putting our passion before the profits. It's kind of like, um, perhaps the way that we view success is not necessarily about large amounts of money, right? It's really about legacy, doing something meaningful and worthwhile, doing something that makes the world a better place. Yes, definitely money is a necessity. It's the world that we live in, but is it everything where you feel the need to cut corners, shortchange people, overlook things that relate to quality? Like, that's just not where our motivation comes from. So I think that's what sets us apart, and it makes every step that we take really intentional, as far as the way we've designed the store, to the colors that we've chose in the store, the amount of space, the lighting, all of that relates. I also think that we approach healing in a respect that it's not just about our product, it's the interaction that you have when you're acquiring the product from you enter the space, right? So one of the things that we also say about it's like an organizational value, is that you should leave feeling better than you came, whether you buy something or not. And we have a lot of people that come through just to say hi and just to update us. They're like, oh, we bought a new puppy. And, all of that's really, really important, right? So community, art, color therapy, the way you speak to people, the way you interact with people, it's all a part. It's a process. It's an experience. And I think that's what sets us apart.
That's amazing. That sounds phenomenal. So where are you guys located?
We're located in East Toronto, right at Coxwell and Gerrard, right above the beach, right under the Danforth, right in between Toronto and Scarborough. It's this very unique little place, this little portal. We're very close to the lakeshore and the Don Valley. The GO runs close to the area. The subway system is not far, the streetcar and the bus. So there's no excuse for anyone not to come through, including you, Ellie.
For sure. I'm all the way in the west, but I have to make my way to the east to try a juice, man. I'm telling you, I'm writing down all the lists and I'm like, okay, which one do I try? Which
Mhm.
one am I going to try first? I got to get a few when I come.
Yeah, I like to think of ourselves as like a destination spot. There's a certain places that Like for me, I know when before our beloved little Jamaica was going through so many changes, it's like I know when I'm hitting the West, I'm going to Randy's Patties because
Yep.
that's where I need to be, right? So that
Right.
I like to look at ourselves in that same way that, if you're in the east side or you're heading east or you're going down to the beach for a festival or you're going to taste the damp at that same trip, you're stopping by Classic Juice. Like it's a part of people's routines in that way. And I love that. It means a lot to me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And we have a question from Chris. She was asking, do you offer delivery service?
Not as of yet. And I think just based on that same note that we've talked about, we are kind of intentional in making it like a destination space, and the whole vibes and interaction. But COVID has definitely forced us to think about it, but we're not exactly there yet. So there are times like people hit us up again, we're about the community. So if people hit us up and say, I just can't make it out there, I don't drive, this is what I need, this is why I need it, can you work with me? Yeah, we'll definitely work with you, but it's not something that we are like now delivering. Yes, place your order here and it's going to be there in an hour or less. It doesn't really work like that, but I hope to be there soon because it's important.
Right, right. And then, so how has the COVID situation affected the business?
In an unusual and interesting way, I feel that people started to consider their health a lot more, build their immune system with, there's being such a threat to your health, that is unseen, unheard. You don't really know how to protect yourself from it. People really felt like, I got to take better care of myself. I got to eat better. I have to stay strong and healthy for my family because I am out on the front lines or whatever the case may
Hmm.
be. I think that people also who work from home or had more time, because maybe they're not working right now, unfortunately, finally felt a pause where they think, I can take care of myself. Let me focus on myself because I'm usually going, going, and going, and going. You can't really do a cleanse when you're at work and your boss is looking at you like, why do you keep getting up and going to the washroom? Like, those type of situations, like it's kind of messing with the whole chi and flow of the experience, right? So we found that there was an increase in our traffic in that way. We definitely had to adjust our hours, so there was no morning traffic because people weren't heading to work. After school, not as much because people are not picking up their kids from school. But there was still an increase for us in that way. And then also with the pandemic highlighting the Black Lives Matter movement, there's definitely more support for Black business and people being more intentional about where they're spending money as far as a small business. So we had to make some adjustments for sure, as far as definitely some operation things with operations, but overall, we can't complain. Like it's still a fight as for any business right now, but we're so grateful to have the support of the community and to just be supporting people in their health and wellness. Yeah, so it means a lot to us. We're very, very grateful.
That's great. And then, so what other things do you guys do? Do you guys have snacks, foods, or is it just strictly juice?
So it's juice. It is, we do patties, we do wraps, we do um, salads. There are things we had to take off the menu during the pandemic, but we'll reintroduce them as things open back up. But we make our own house-made snacks, like our own dried fruits. Our kale chips are really popular, and we have those in 3 different flavors. We have different desserts, gluten-free and vegan baked goods, immunity shots. So there's a few things going on, and we also sell products. So, and we want to expand and increase on that as well, where if you're on a cleanse, then you can definitely get, you're at home, you're taking care of yourself, right? So we have shea butter, we have sage, we have black soap, all of these things that are nourishing. So we want you to have a fulsome experience. And one of the things that we're most proud of is our smoothies. So those are all made to order with fresh natural ingredients, and you can create your own with over 100 different options, or you can choose one of our signatures. So we do that as well.
Wow. And Crown Empress is saying that she's grateful for you guys. The wraps are good. She loves the kale chips, although she was hesitant to try them at first.
Yes, we've converted many people when it comes to the kale chips. So yeah, we're proud of
Okay,
that.
okay, that's cool. That's so good. So tell everybody where they could find you guys, where you guys located, and then of course what your hours are now so that we can make sure we pop by to visit.
Yeah, so we're at 287 Coxwell Avenue, and our hours are 11 to 5 from Monday through to Saturday. And on Sunday, we close a little bit earlier. We're 11 till 3. And you can expect as things open up again that we'll increase the hours, especially around the summer, especially if things are open. We usually open earlier, stay back later. But for now, it's 11 to 5 Monday through Saturday and 11 to 3 on Sundays.
Right, and that's 287 Coxwell.
That's us.
Okay. But you were saying earlier that it was a part of your own personal journey that you decided to do all this juicing. Tell us as women, because today is International Women's Day, like how beneficial is it as women that we do this juicing?
Wow. I feel like women are exposed to a lot more of a lot of toxic things through our cosmetics, through the environment. There's just a, and then also I just feel like obviously your mental state affects your body as well, trauma, those kinds of things, and so it's important. And I feel like self-care is a revolution. So the more you take care of yourself, the more you can help and take care of others. And it's really a part of our natural being as nurturers to give and to take care. And we're pillars in the community. So we have to stay strong, and you have to really nourish your body before you can nourish and help anybody else. Um, it's a very when your body is in tune, your spirit becomes everything kind of falls into place, and that's why I love juicing so much, right? Um, so I just think that it's really important for you to incorporate juicing. You'll notice a change, as I said, even in your cycle. So if you're noticing even just a change in your cycle and things become better and less painful, and you're not as off balance and angry and things like that your natural cycle can bring on because of toxins and other factors, you're much better equipped to navigate and I feel like nurture anything that you put your mind to or anything that you involve yourself in. So I think as women, juicing should be a part of your routine. You should, do it at least once a month to start. At least once a month.
Sounds good. And then, of course, it is again International Women's Day. How important is conversations like these between women and women supporting women, especially in our Black community?
Wow, Ellie, I can't even begin to tell you how important. Women are just pitted against each other. I've always said I think more of the divide, people think of the one of the biggest divides to be race, but I think it has to do with sex. For me, that's always been my experience. It's just like there's this huge divide between men and women, and then because of that divide, there becomes this competitive energy among women where we're not always supporting each other. And it's essential. It's so much easier for me to, usually I'm behind the scenes and I don't really like to get in front of a camera or talk very much. But in my interacting with a lot of the strong women that run businesses in my neighborhood, there's a lot of us. I feel like the pandemic has brought us closer together to work together, to collaborate, to support each other rather than being competitive. It's allowed me to connect with other mentorship groups and empowerment groups, and it's just allowed my voice to become clearer and come through, and for me to speak more authentically and not trying to be so perfect all the time, just to be real and vulnerable and just say, you know what, I don't have all the answers and help me out. And having in the Black community just the way that we embrace each other, and just the word sis, like that means so much to know that someone out there identifies with you, sees you, hears you, feels you without you having to say too much, or you don't have to feel judged. Like I think that's huge and necessary in our community for sure, and just on a greater whole of the world. We need more of
Yeah,
that feminine energy that's just nurturing, and there's just a way that we view the world. There, you know how women are. We kind of think in this circular way and connect things, and it's not all linear. A, B, C, D must equal E. Like it's
yeah,
important that we're all in tune with each other and support each other to keep that energy flowing.
100%, 100%. I love it. I love it. So what motivates you? You're super motivated. You're a boss. You're out here inspiring us. What keeps you motivated?
Uh wow. Just my purpose, my path, God. I just feel really in tune with a higher calling and a purpose. It's just like I wasn't put on the earth to just, get rich or die trying or retire at this time. Like all of that, I'm not into that anymore. I don't buy into that. I feel like there is a greater purpose and calling for all of our lives, not just mine. I just feel like I'm happen to be in tune with it. I'm motivated by the strong women. It's a part of my path, but really I'm a student. I love to learn, and I'm motivated just by constantly becoming a better version of myself, and that's what I feel like self-care is all about. It's just be constantly working intentionally to become a better version of yourself, and that's what motivates me.
That is awesome. Very awesome. So, of course, before I let you go, I want to know if you have like a quote or an inspirational message that you want to leave with the masses. Well, let's see. I think we're freezing here. Oh, you're back. Okay. That's okay. So I just want to know if you have like a motivational quote or a motivational, inspirational message that you want to leave with everybody, something that you kind of go by maybe on a daily basis or you reflect on a lot.
Wow. I really like the quote by Lauryn Hill in her song where she talks about don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem. And I think that again speaks to the theme of the day and also to the theme of, our healing journey. It's like trauma and outside factors, um, they can force you to put up walls and just become hard in different ways that is unnecessary. It doesn't. A gem is still something that's very strong, but it speaks to the fact of you know shining in your own light and knowing your value and your worth, and there's strength in that. You don't have to be hard and um, have this energy that's just like dominance in all areas, at all times, at all costs. And there's a time and a place for everything. So I really like that saying because I have with my experiences, which a lot of them when you really look at them like that's trauma. Yeah, that's trauma. It used to make me feel like I had to be tough and strong at all times. A strong woman, strong black woman, boss
Yeah,
mom. And it's just like, no, you don't have to do that. You can be you, be authentic, be yourself, speak with love, act with love. Um, and especially when you're being provoked to do otherwise, sometimes we're doing things that are outside of ourselves, and when you look back and you have a lot of regrets about that. So I love that quote the most. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem.
that's beautiful. All right. Well, I just want to thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. This was a
Thank
great
you.
conversation. I
Likewise, we should do
definitely
this.
have to come down. Yes, I definitely have to come down and meet you in real life. And then, of course, get some juices. Lignum says I have to get like two, three at one time. So I'll have to
Yeah,
stock
we
up.
have a nice walk-in special. Yes, we do. So yeah, with all that choice, you we had to make it work, right? We had to make a little deal happen. So yes, please do. Love to have you. Love to see you. And thank you so much for having me.
No problem, no problem. So just one more time, I want to let everybody know it's Coxwell, 287 Coxwell, right? Coxwell and
Yes,
Gerard?
yes, that's correct.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Tamara.
Thank you,
I
Ellie.
will see you soon.
See you
Okay.
again
Take
soon. Have a
care.
good night. Good night, everyone.
Bye. Wow, guys, that was good. Those juices, I mean, first of all, 58 different flavors at one time, or 50, I don't even know. That's a lot. That's a lot of different flavors. They said that she had over 500 flavors so far. 500 different flavors? That is wild. I mean, first of all, the benefits of juicing. We all know the benefits of juicing. I stand by Lignum, just not one is enough. Yeah, I definitely have to. Don't worry. Good night, Nat. Thanks for popping in. I definitely have to head over there and try some juices. Like I gotta get like, I gotta stock up. I do love to juice, but I'm telling you, I can get a little bit lazy with it. But there's a lot of great benefits from juicing. So definitely, I got to get over there and pick up some classic juice. All right, guys, I just want to send you a big shout out, all the ladies in the building tonight. Big up yourselves. Today is International Women's Day. But of course, like everything else, Valentine's, Christmas, all of that good stuff, you want to make sure that we are celebrating each other every single day. So it's not just one day a year. We want to celebrate the wonderful ladies in our lives, young ladies, elder ladies, mothers, aunties, grandmothers, all that good stuff, wives, nieces, cousins, everybody, co-workers, all that good stuff. You definitely want to make sure that we are celebrating each and every one of these beautiful ladies every day and as much as we possibly can, right? So thank you guys for popping in. Thank you for joining me. It's Monday, so I'll see you next Monday. All right, for another great guest and another great conversation. You guys have yourself a great week. All right, bye.